question that I get asked a lot, especially with this Holley Terminator X system and the small block Ford, is how do you set your timing? And so I know I've tried to explain it a few times, but I'm just gonna show you. It's really simple, and there's a feature in here that helps you check it and make sure you're spot on where the computer thinks that you're actually at as far as timing. All right, so the first thing is to have one of these USB dongle cables or whatever they call it. This will actually hook right into the Holley Terminator X wiring harness, and then we can hook this directly into our laptop and connect up to the car. All right, so right here, we'll click USB link. Okay, we're linked up. Actually, we have to do this when we're not hooked up, so let's get offline. Ignition parameters. All right, so if you can see, ignition reference angle. Mine right now is 12. I moved it from 10. It can be at 10, 12, whatever. I recommend, honestly, let's just set it at 10 for demonstration purposes. Okay, so now the computer is gonna reference 10 degrees. This pretty much mimics the old school way of pulling the chip out of the wiring harness, setting the distributor out to 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever it is, 14, and then shutting the car off, sticking that chip back in. So right now our ignition reference angle is set at 10. Now what I'm gonna do is fire the car up, and then in this box right here, enable static timing check. And so when you click on that, it's gonna have you set static timing value. What I'll do is set it to 20 when I actually go to do this and click set. It will set the timing to 20 degrees and only the timing to 20 degrees. So when I'm sticking the light down in there, it will only be on 20 degrees because I set 20 in the computer. If our reading is at 20 degrees, that means our distributor is facing in the right spot. If we're down to say 10, 6, 8, 18, anything different or above, set your distributor accordingly to get it to 20 degrees. Then you can shut that static timing check off and your timing is set perfect. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is rev the engine up and down slightly. Make sure when you're in that static timing check, the timing doesn't advance or retard at all. It should just be 20 the whole time. Anyway guys, that's how you're gonna do that. I'm not gonna go through and actually do it for you on camera because I've done it before. I don't wanna mess it up. So what I'm gonna do now, get the car loaded up on the trailer. We'll go ahead and pick it up from down at Thunder Valley Drag Strip. All right guys, so we just got out here at the racetrack. Just to remind you of what we've done different, I fixed the head gasket. My fueling is definitely a little bit off right now. Luckily the Holley is compensating for it, probably because we actually have full compression in the one cylinder now. And again too, with the thinner head gaskets, we picked up, you know, a few tenths of a point or whatever for compression ratio and stuff. So gonna take it right off the trailer and probably go 12 pounds right off the bat. We'll give this two-step a shot, see how that does. I really feel like we're gonna pick up a lot in the 60 foot with that. Let's see what else. Outside of that, one thing that I did make a mistake on in the last video was I installed the intake gaskets backwards. Usually I look and there's, you know, it says head side or whatever. It wasn't on there. I was flying through the install and I put the blue silicone portion face down. So I guess we got a little test going here. We're gonna see if those intake gaskets will actually hold. If not, intake gaskets aren't that hard to change. You know, that's really on me for just kind of rushing at that point in time. But anyway, let me get the car unloaded really quick. We'll fire it up, warm it up, make sure we got no leaks, nothing's wrong, check tire pressure, and then we'll go ahead and send this thing down the track. draggy, but that 60 foot felt really good. Right off the trailer, personal best, 152 60 foot, 110.2 miles an hour. Alright guys, so here's the first pass right off the trailer. 649, 110.2 miles an hour, 152 60 foot, best all the way down the ticket. And the best part about this is we only made 10 pounds of boost. So we basically left on let's see, I was able to stall it up. We left on 2.8 pounds, so we could actually leave on a little bit more, and it took us 1.2 seconds to build 7 pounds, almost 8 pounds. So really happy with this. This is the fastest we've ever gone, and we've basically gone a few tenths. We picked up time on 3 less pounds of boost. So I went ahead and made some fuel table adjustments, put about a touch more timing in it, and then I turned the boost controller up 2 clicks. We should see 13 pounds on this one. Let the car cool down, and then we will see what this car will actually do. Here, my goal for today was a 645. I feel with the adjustments I made, we might go maybe a 43. That's my guess. Just a little bit late. Raggie's saying 645, so we should be in the 630s maybe. Another personal best. We went 646 at 110.9. I thought it would have more in it. So it's always a good day at the racetrack when you can bring your stuff home and it's not broke. The car made another personal best pass in the last pass, slowly chipping our way down. We did same exact 60 foot, 152 with a 9, 423 half track, and then we crossed at 646 at 110.98, so 111 miles an hour. All right, so there you go, 152 with a 9, 423 half track, 646 at pretty much 111 miles an hour. So here's what the car did on that last pass. I turned the knob a couple times. I thought it was really gonna build a lot of boost. I thought we were gonna be closer to like 15 pounds. So here's us on the 2-step right here. All right, 2-step, 2-step. As soon as I let go of the button and then lifted my foot, we were at 3 pounds exactly. So that's why we're picking up so much in our 60 foot, because now we're leaving under some boost. I could probably even step up the rev limiter to maybe 2,800 RPM because we're still a little low lower than the stall speed. By the top of first gear, I did shift it a little bit late. It started to fall off at the top. I would have liked to shift about maybe 50 to 100 RPM sooner. I've shifted, what, 5,800, 5,850. We made 10.3 pounds by the top of first gear, and we pretty much carried that all the way. Top of second gear, made 11 even, and then it slowly crept from 11 all the way up to 12.4 at the end. So 12.3, 12.4 pounds by the time I let off. Actually, it spiked up to 12.7. I think that's when exactly when I let off. So we pretty much saw an average of, what was our boost average? 7 pounds throughout the whole run. So, and then as far as ignition timing, let's see, drag race. Let me get all this stuff out of here. All right, so here's this purple line's our ignition timing. People have asked me how I do ignition timing. I pull about a degree out per pound of boost, and as you can see, as we come off the two-step launch, and then the timing just kind of slowly dwindles down because we're cramming that cylinder with a whole bunch of pressure, and you want to reduce the timing every time. Here's our fuel flow line. It pretty much follows our RPM all the way up. This small dip, you can actually see right where the RPM fell off with that dip right there. So we came up, then the fuel kind of dipped for some reason, and then spiked back up, and then it followed it all the way. So I have to investigate what this is right here. I have a feeling this is some valve float. I did want to change the springs that are on these heads, but I didn't get a chance to. So I think that's what we're dealing with right there. After I felt the shift, after I felt the engine fall off from the first to second shift, I shifted second right about where I normally would. I think it was close to 5,700. It was actually almost right at 5,700, and then I let it carry, the rest of the way out the back. But then, as you can see, so boost line, built a little bit of boost left off of it. And actually, what was my reaction time? Because what I tried to do was, I'm trying to prep to actually race the car. So I tried to leave reaction time, 0.57, still slow, but I tried to build boost, creep up to the light, and then it was a pro tree, so it dropped quick. But anyway, at the top of the run, 21 degrees of timing. At the start of the run, we were at, let's see, when my foot hit the floor, 24.9. So from 25 degrees, we dwindled it down to 21. Anyway, guys, I'm pretty happy with the car. We, made another personal best. We just keep hitting personal bests every single time out. I was actually kind of bummed that it didn't go faster, but the fact that we were still, 10, 11, 12, between 10 and 12 pounds that whole run, I feel pretty confident that, once I get up around 15, we'll really, maybe hopefully getting it deeper in the 630s. But once I get the cage in, the car is going to slow down, so I got to find another place to take weight out of it. And keep the weight down so we can keep the car going as fast as possible. By the way, if you're curious what the weight is on this car, I weighed it when I went to Galat Motorsports Park. With me sitting in the driver's seat, I'm about 215, well, 213, I've been losing weight. 213 pounds, and me sitting in the driver's seat, the car weighed 2,954 pounds. So the car weighs about, 2730, give or take, whatever, that's my quick math. But then when we put the cage in it, that'll probably push us back up to maybe, I don't know how much that thing weighs, but maybe 2730, probably put us up to 2,900 total. So we probably will lose about a tenth first rip out, but we'll probably save that weight when, save a little bit of weight when I go to do the K-member, and I'll find some other spots to maybe get some weight back out of the car. Oh, and no Fox given. The intake manifold gasket's held up so far. So while you are right that I put them on backwards, they held up. So I really want to see how far I can actually take these. I feel like an idiot because I put them on backwards, and thank you for correcting me, by the way. Really appreciate that. Now I know for when I yank this thing out again. Yeah, I guess we'll find the limit of when these intake gaskets will blow out. They held 13 pounds, or what, 12, whatever. Another day of racing in the books. Another day that this thing lives and just, continues to defy, continues to be stubborn in my quest to go for fives and not split this stock block. I'm fairly confident that if I stay on the path that I'm going, keep it conservative, slowly get into it, watch our temperatures, keep our RPM where we're at, I'm confident we'll be okay, knock on wood. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching as always. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, follow our journey down into the 5s and hopefully further one day. As always, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.